All right. I get everything done. Hey guys, welcome back again to a market update. New day just page just refreshed. New day has started. Um, Update on Bitcoin. So let's take it out. We can see we closed 43.8, which is a little bit under the close here, which I mean isn't that bad because we did break it and we ended up breaking the top of it. We're pulling over this 55 moving average, so looks good to me there. Um, so what I kind of expect here, as far as the 1 day trend goes, it still looks like we're moving strong on the daily chart. We're not getting a crossover here yet. We're still dark green right here, which is as strong as it gets on the MACD, which means that this is the exact top, or we have some more trend to come. 4-hour time frame will play out and tell us that. But if we go in longer time frames, the 5 day says we're fixing to keep going up. So what I kind of expect here, I was looking at this earlier. So on the 1 day we have this, I'm thinking we're going to have resistance somewhere here around 50,000, and I'll give you a couple of reasons. One, this 200 moving average is coming in. Two, this zone from here to here is going to be a long zone to run without running into some sort of resistance, for it to run all the way into the 60s and 70s and then continue to run towards all-time highs, because this would be the best zone around in this 50 region. So what I kind of expect is that 50 51 region to bounce, because the 200 moving average, let's go look at larger time frames, because that also kind of indicates a lot of stuff. So we had two tops here. We had a top here and a top here on that head and shoulders. Around in that 50,000 region. We'll just pop right over the moving average right here at 46,000. So, you could expect maybe to pop up here, double top and pull back. We've seen that at previous things. We saw the move up here, then pull back to the moving average, then continue the rally. So, we could see something up in here, 51, and then pull back to the moving average or under. Back to what I am kind of looking at when we do if we take a rejection off of this 55, like if we were to have what I would do is probably draw. If we did reject off that 50,000 range, probably be looking to buy between the 43,000 range and the 45,000 range, going at a 3-day time frame. If we got rejected up here, which is, like I said, right above the moving average, then we would retest this area, would be a main area to look at between here and here. Wrong one. So off the reject, we're looking for here for a test and breakaway again. That would kind of give us this again right here. So we'll see how that plays out. But as far as the candles are strong, MACD is flipping right now on the 3-day. 5 days looking good. Month, not bad. So going back to the daily, we're looking good on the daily. So I kind of use this level as like a zone to trade in, since we have broken over this. Kind of this is a support floor, and kind of this is a resistance for part time. Could trade in here for a little bit without making moves up earlier. Also notice that coming off the bottom last time, it was a 44% move, maybe a little bit more. I don't know if I call it the exact bottom. 45, we'll call it. And then we'll call this, 45 would put us again at 49,484. So just based off historically, this move here, same move given here, we do bounce off the 200 EMA here and pull back to, like I said, this 43. This should rise up here, into this 45, 44 region, and that's where my pullback buy zone would be. So that's what I would expect, because we've moved pretty strong. It's all, if you look at all the indicators, the daily not so much, but the 4-hour is oversold or overbought, or there's looks like it's ready to be sold on the 4-hour. Same thing on the 3-hour. 2 hours, hot. I mean, when it's still trading up in this range, that means we still could have little bursts, of 5-6%, but we're not going to be getting those 10-20% moves when we're up here. So that's what I'll be looking for. Another couple of hourlies ready to run again. It appears it could be. So that's what I'd be looking for. Possibly another burst or two out of Bitcoin, but nothing huge. Bounce off of 50,000 maybe. Could bounce off 46. Give a retest, and then it should be ready to run again, in my opinion. Looking at some of the altcoins, we called this in the chat, and we called it in the live stream. We called this down here. I think we called it in the live stream below the 200 moving average. I think we called it in chat around here maybe. So 61% out of Proton. Rune, we called this in the chat at 380. So we've pulled 40% off of Rune. Maha, we called this down here. We called it in the chat, I believe, up in this full region, but we called it on the live stream. The second live stream, I believe, down here below this moving average. We had a pretty nice bump out of here. We called this around this, I think, 640 region. Yeah, around 640. Nice move with MTV. Called this in the chat. Down here at 7 or 8, I believe. Veracity. Solid move out of Veracity. We called this one leverage position down here at 191. So we've pulled 73% off Veracity in the last 3 days. Veracity's been absolutely killing it. Decent move out of tail. We're getting a pull back there. But I've got another coin that I've had for a while now, and I'm starting to buy more of it, and it's Life. Take a look at the chart here. You can see we've kind of held this level right here. We've got a hard downtrend resistance coming right there. But what I can say is I have been watching this for a while, and even when Bitcoin, took its massive moves down from the 40,000 to 42,000 down to the 30,000 region, this was probably around in this area, and we didn't get too much movement out of this to the downside. So, and we have been getting moves to the upside since then. So that shows me that sellers are kind of stepping out of the way, and this could be a good buy in this region. I am buying in this region. 10 million market cap, super tiny. 300% back to all-time highs. Could be a very good buy. I think the downside's minimal at this point because, like I said, I think the sellers are exhausted. It's up 26% today. So I'll be adding there on profits I make from other positions. But I think the market looks okay. Go back to Bitcoin. I think the market looks okay. We held that strong move up. really like to see the move to 50K before we have a nice pullback, or before we have for the next move up. But 4 hour, do a little short term. I think anything up here in this region definitely is a buy. And if we drop out of this region, I would wait for this, probably this. I'll zoom out for a second. Yeah, you could be on the daily. You could be looking to buy that 43,200 because that's where the 55 EMA kind of comes in there. So could act as a support bottom after we broke through it on good volume. So that's where you could look for a bounce, which is currently only 1% down. And it's also good, since it's the beginning of the day. I like to see Bitcoin move downward slowly at the beginning of a day, and then typically moves to the upside. If you get hard down volume at the beginning of the day, it's typically not good. But if you get slow volume, we're 13 minutes into the day, and we're not down, but not even 0.5% yet. So, if we go down 1%, have a swing green, go up 4% green. That's what I like to see from trades. Helps us get a good bottom. But yeah, I think we're looking good to keep moving up here. I don't think we've hit top. Could be momentarily, just because, like I said, all the indicators on every time frame are oversold. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't go up another 5-6%. 5%, 6% would put us at the top of this range. So 46,000. That would make the indicators really oversold, but it still could happen. So the positions that I'm playing, I have taken profit in a lot of them. I'm holding some bags for the extra bump, and if I don't get it, then I will just add to my bags at lower prices. So dollar cost in a little bit, and hopefully we'll get that point to sell the next big pop. But yeah, Bitcoin looks good for right now. Not worried. But I think that's about it, because I think I've gone over all my positions here. I've explained my position with Bitcoin and how I think it's going to react, how I'll be playing these. Yeah, like I said, when I'm playing these right here, I'm just waiting on Bitcoin to bottom and level out, look for the next fib level down on these projects, next huge support or fractal level, and then that's where I'll play it on. Wait for Bitcoin to fill my bids, and then I'll play from there. Tight stop losses. That way, it's almost like trying to catch a falling knife, but it's not if you're averaging in as you go. So, and when playing alts, it's basically like a delayed trade from Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves and then an alt moves, because all alts follow Bitcoin. So just wait for Bitcoin to show what it's going to do, and then you'll have a defined move on your next altcoin. Especially if it looks like Bitcoin's about to hit the bottom, go to your next altcoin, let it bleed a little bit, set a bid down low, and then you've got a super great spot position on your altcoin that you've been wanting. Then you can average in from there. But let me know if you have any questions or anything else. But I think that's all I have for right now. So thanks for watching, guys.